Brussels sprouts and cauliflower, onion, fennel and cucumber, plum, pear and papaya, aubergine and saya, lime, lentils and quinoa, oatmeal bread and oatmeal flour, watercress and okra, tofu and sweet pepper.
Moi, it's Vegan Dragon here, back from my first ever strike. And this isn't the first time YouTube has had a problem with me. You know, being a creator that talks about veganism and animal rights, there's definitely a lot of people who don't like me. And especially if I use some music I'm not allowed to, then I basically get a little bit notification that you might use something you're not allowed to. And sometimes, even if I appeal and I say that this is fair use, they still take it down anyways. Which is why I decided to do something real stupid, challenging it. So I thought I'd talk to you about the biggest music anomaly that I've ever seen, or at least the weirdest one. Generally, there's only songs in English, Spanish, Italian, French, German and Arabic that becomes top hits. But there is a handful of exceptions. Muite arukou is a marvelous piece that, despite all odds, being a political themed song in Japanese, it reached the top charts worldwide. Many songs has gotten popular through Japan, but this is actually the only song that has been a top chart song in Japanese. Dragostea was a Romanian song that hit the charts like crazy, although it being complete trash and sounding like every other pop song from the same area. Why it became really popular? I don't really know, that is a mystery to me. Tunak Tunak Tun is a song that got really good vocals. Although it being in Punjabi, it reached worldwide, and I can understand why. It is just as good as a party song and a song for people just wanting something fun to look at. Chernobyl 2017 is a Norwegian song that I don't like because it sounds like every other song on the market, absolutely awful. But it got popular because Japan had a lot of TikTok videos of people dancing to it. It was an anti-corona stunt. And because of this, it went on the top on the Spotify list for TikTok. Opera 2 is a really great song and it's in Russian. And although it's a big language, it doesn't have that reach. And Vitas not only got regular singing skills, but he can go extremely high. Gangnam Style is not a song that I like, but I must say it introduced the world to K-pop. The dance is pretty cool and the song might actually be the reason why Korean might be the next Spanish in the music world.
Gangnam Style.
Şımarık is a song that I find to be uncomfortably cheesy, and I think that is the reason why it got so popular worldwide. It's not always a Turkish song makes it big, you know. Caramelldansen was a Swedish disco song that sounded like any other type of Swedish disco songs I've listened to in the 90s. This became popular because, again, Japan! I think it was this animated music video that made it all possible. But none of them comes even close to the anomaly of the last song. And this one might actually be my favorite song, and is the one with the longest history. This song was written in the 1920s, making it 100 years old now. But this is the first recording that was made of it.
Ievan suu oli vehnäsellä, kun ihmiset onnea toivotti. Tie oli märkänä jokaisella ja viulu se vonkuja voivotti.
It was a hit in Finland when that one hit, and many people might not recognize the song right now, and I don't know when the change was happening, but 20 years later was the next time this song was recorded, and it was for a comedy film special type of thing. And then it was made with the melody that everyone recognized, so I think more of you will get which song this is now.
oli lystiä, jokainen sai tarpeeksi tanssia sykkyyttee. Kotiin kun mentiin, niin ämmäsi riiteli ja Ievakin alkoi jo lykkyttee. Minä sanon Ievalle, mitäpä se haittaa, laskepa vieläkin laajasta laitaa. Sali vielä hipput tippuu, äppyt tippuu hiljalleen.
This song was almost forgotten for like 40 years. Till the 19th, when somebody made an a cappella of it, and now I guess most of you will recognize it.
Nuopurista kuuluu se Polkan tahti, jalkani pohkii kutkatti. Ievan äiti se tyttönsä vahti, vaan kyllähän Ieva se juhlutti. Sillä ei meitä silloin kiellot haittaa, kun me tanssimme laidasta laitaan. Salin yli hipput, tupput, tapput, äppyt, tipput hiljalleen.
Yes, this song is Ievan Polkka, meaning Eva's polka, and it was written by Aino Kettunen. When Louis Tuoma released this song, it went really popular in Finland and also in some other countries. But did it go overseas at once? No, it didn't. But the thing is, somebody did an animation of this part of the song. And that someone is from, you guessed it, Japan. In the early 2000s, before YouTube, video clips of people doing that type of meme was all over the internet. But the one thing that really popularized it the most was the Holly Dolly version. Because of Holly Dolly and all these other factors, now Ievan Polkka was known worldwide. Interesting thing is that Louis Tuoma to this day is not a very famous band, or people don't necessarily recognize them when they see the people in the band or whatever. Yet they made enough fan service to make a disco version of it. And after that, covers of the song was just happening to be everywhere.
Cichnie muzyka I para wstaje, a biedna Ewa nagle w głośny szlok.
Ievan äiti se kammarissa pilsiä veisara huijutti.
بس ماذا معاه في كل زمان أحلام شتى بالألوان وظلام في الإنسان تناقضنا وصف العنوان.
The crowd on the dance floor applauded her as Ievan shot me a joyful smile. Beads of sweat running down our cheeks and fiddler strings singing all the while.
Trái tim vẫn luôn đợi chờ sẽ mãi mãi bên anh cô gái ngây thơ chuyện trò bên anh thấy cũng hay hay rồi cứ qua từng ngày tim bỗng lung lay hay chạm đôi tay cảm giác trên mây chợt hạnh phúc đến đây anh hiểu lòng này.
After some time, the song kind of died down, but it got a boost because somebody made a cover again. And which country is that from? You guessed it, Japan. But the thing is, this was Hatsune Miku covering the Holly Dolly song. Hatsune Miku is not only a fictional character, but the voice is even fictional. It's just made by machines. And if you think that we reached the top of how many times a cover can be covered and covered again, then you're mistaken, because this Chinese cosplayer actually covered Hatsune Miiku's version. So basically what Yang Yue did here was basically to make a cover of a cover of a cover of a cover of a cover. So isn't it amazing that we can go from this
Minä sano Ievalle, mitte se haittaa, kun me laskemme laajata laita.
to this? With this, in my opinion, being the strangest music anomaly in the world, I want to know what you think. And YouTube, I'm well aware of what I'm allowed to do and what I'm not allowed to do. So if you file a strike at me again, I'm definitely going to pound you with this leak. So thank you for everyone watching and Havasti.